Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Samantha, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some of our favorite book finds for this week, so stay tuned. So friends, today I'm going to be sharing with you some of our books that we have been really enjoying this week, and actually some from the month. These books have been acquired either via review or a library find, or some that we've purchased ourselves. So let's get started. First off, I have to share with you guys this book. This book is awesome. This book is really neat. It's called Let's Clap, Jump, Sing, and Shout, Dance, Spin, and Turn It All Out. And these are African American games. This book has African American games, stories, songs. Most of this we all know and are familiar with, some of it. So I'm going to show you this. We have been using this some on our Fridays when we do poetry time and stuff on Fridays. This is a really great book, so I'm going to open it up and let you guys see inside. It's got like Mary Mac, and we're all familiar with that, Patty Cake, and then up top it does tell you a little bit about it, like how Patty Cake was adapted into this book and how it falls. It's got all different things. It's got the songs. It's even got Bible stories in here, so it's really cool. I mean, superstitions, fables, and mama sayings. I love that part. Pearls of wisdom. You've got your proverbs, your songs, and your parables. And you can see how it's broken down there. So this is just a really neat book that tells many different things. And you can see it's got the little illustrations throughout it, poems. These are spiritual hymns and gospel music, and it's got Jesus Loves Me, and it's got Joshua Fit the Battle of Jericho, and just songs that we are familiar with, and they're fun to sing. So this was really neat, and it's been a great addition to this month with things that we've been covering. So once again, this is Let's Clap, Jump, Sing, and Shout, Dance, Spin, and Turn It Out. And it is collected by Patricia C. McKissick. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but anyway, this was really neat. This has been a hit. Luke will sit and just flip through this and look at it. Next up is a book, and I absolutely adore this book. And it's crazy. I have read some mixed reviews on this book. Maybe I'm just the odd man out. I don't know. But sometimes it's Storks. And what is so great about this book is our daughter, Keanu, our oldest daughter, who's 24, she is right now fostering 2 little babies. She's being a foster mom to them, and so when she got the babies, they had brought her the babies, and I told Luke that the Storks, we had literally just finished this book for the first time, and Keanu calls and tells me, and so I keep telling Luke that the Storks brought Keanu some babies. But anyway, I just love this, and this book is written by Roald Dahl. Is that how you say his name? The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's his grandson who actually wrote this book. And the illustrations are awesome. So, and what is neat is as you follow this, is what happens is the family is awaiting a baby, and the stork that's supposed to have delivered the baby, prefers to have food instead, and he got sidetracked when the baby was almost delivered. And so he drops the baby, and this is the baby. We have decided because it matches. And you can follow it throughout, and you can see the illustrations are awesome. The baby gets dropped when the stork goes in, and you can see the baby. And he lands on, I think the well is the first thing. Yes, a well. And if you look in the picture, here's the baby, but you can also see the stork in all the illustrations. So this is just a really fun book. See the stork, there's the baby. So the baby goes on quite an adventure. However, in the end, he is delivered home, and this picture is just amazing to me. You can see the hands, the mom and the dads, they just encircle the baby. And so this is just a really cute book, and sometimes it's Storks by L.J.R. Kelly, and the illustrators are the Brothers Hiltz, and we love this book, so be sure and check that out. Next up is a really cute book, and it is called Play With Me. And this is about a pig and a bear, and the pig and they're best friends. So the pig goes and asks the bear if he would like to play with him, and the bear says, "Sure, I want to play. I would play with you." So the pig's asking all these things. Do you want to play ball? And the bear's like, "Not really. You know, do you want to play dress up dolls? No, not really. Hopscotch? Not really." Well, the bear finally says, "I am playing. I'm playing my cello," because he loves playing his cello. And so as you go through the book, right here is where he's telling, you know, Pig, I'm playing my cello. I am playing. And so Pig is just getting upset at this point because he's had so many options that he's wanting Bear to play, and Bear keeps saying he's already playing. And so when Bear finally is like, "Oh, okay, I get it now," Pig's like, "It's too late. You know, I'm done. I'm going home. You didn't want to play with me." And so Bear came up with an idea on how they could play. And so he gives Pig a drum, and they can play and make music together. So this is just a really sweet book, and it is written by Michelle Lee. And once again, this is Play With Me. So it's really fun. And it's written in a way that, you know, Luke being a beginner reader, he can read this as well. So he reads this to me, which is fun. So there's that book. Next up, this book is so funny. It is Charlotte and the Rock. This is Charlotte, and Charlotte has wanted a pet. Well, her parents get her a rock. So her pet is a rock. And, you know, she looked at all the other pets, and she ended up with a rock. So she takes her rock everywhere. She takes her rock on walks. She has fun with her rock. She says it's really hard to pull it uphill, and it's not so great pulling it downhill either because it gets away from her. She tried to tell her teacher that her rock ate her homework. She tries to feed her rock her dinner. And just all kinds of fun. She swims with her rock. I'm not sure. Clearly it's going to sink. But anyway, she does all this with a rock. And then in the end, she finds out her rock starts to crack. And you can see how it's opening up. And her rock ends up being a dinosaur. So she ends up having a pet for a dinosaur. And this is just a really cute book. This is Charlotte and the Rock. And it is written by Stephen W. Martin and illustrated by Samantha Cotterill. And it is just really cute book. Next up is Plenty of Love to Go Around. Now this one made it in our collection, obviously, partly because Valentine's is just passed. But it's just a really sweet book, and it fit our house because, as you guys know, we have a dog, and our little dachshund has been part of our life for 7 years now. And just this past Christmas, we added a new addition to our family, which was a cat. Luke had adopted a cat. He had rescued it when we had went and volunteered our time at the Humane Society. He fell in love with a cat there and insisted that we have it. And so after my husband and I talked about it for a couple of weeks, we decided to go back and get the cat. So Kitty has become part of our family as well. And so this is about a little dog, and his name is Plum, the one and only special Plum. Because I'm sure Plum is treated like Lola and has just been the highlight of everyone's world. So Plum gets all the attention, and then the cat comes, and Plum just does not like that cat. Plum is afraid that the cat is going to take the attention away. And Lola had, when we first got the cat, Lola was kind of depressed. She's snapping out of it now, but she was just like, "This is not great. My people, my people do not love me anymore. They're trying to replace me," which we were not. So anyway, you follow them on their adventure, and the cat is just following Plum everywhere. And of course, the kids are playing with the cat because it's new, and it makes the dog feel left out. The poor cat's looking outside in the rain. The dog's inside. The owners bring him in. Then in the end, they become friends. And so this is just a really cute book. And this is Plenty of Love to Go Around by Emma Clark. So this one is really cute. And if Valentine wasn't enough, we had Groundhog Day. And this book is awesome. It is. And it's a tongue twister, guys. This book is a tongue twister. A greyhound, a groundhog. You see, I'm already And you would think, why is this a tongue twister? Well, first off, the illustrations are awesome. Look at this. Look at this groundhog. I'm Greyhound. I'm going to scoot it over because I'm not sure what, yeah. So it starts out with saying a greyhound. See, I've already got groundhog on my mind. And then you flip it and a round hog, a groundhog. And I know you're thinking this is not a tongue twister, but as you go, a groundhog, a greyhound, a brown little greyhound, a groundhog, a brown little groundhog. And it gets worse as you go. But it's really cute, and you can see the illustrations, round hound, around groundhog. This was really fun. And this is a greyhound and a grey hog, and it was written by Emily Jenkins and illustrated by Chris Applehands. So this is really cute. And it's not necessarily a groundhog book. We added it with it being Groundhog Day, but it's not necessarily a groundhog book. So there's that one. Soldier's Song, A True Story of the Civil War. This is one that we read piece by piece. It's not one that we sat down and read the whole thing. If you guys remember, we had studied Civil War a couple of months ago. And this is just really neat. This book is something, and I actually keep this accessible because Luke likes to pick it up and look at it, and I will often find even Davis picking it up and going through it. The illustrations are amazing, and like Confederate soldier Robert Stiles, this is a letter written. And then you have the story. Here's the hospital. I love the illustrations. But it's just really great. I was just trying to show you, let you guys see all the pictures. So this is A Soldier's Song, and this was a true story of the Civil War, and it was just a really wonderful addition to our homeschool, and one that we will be definitely picking up time and time again on that one. For a fun book, we have Nope, A Tale of the First Flight. This is one of those books that has very few words, but it's got really cute illustrations. The mother is trying to get the baby bird to fly, and the little baby bird is like, nope, not going to do it. And she's like, yeah, and they see the cat, nope, he's not going to fly, you know, because there's a cat. And then he's like, what if I fly and there's wolves? Or what if there's crocodiles, alligators? I don't know what they want this to be. So he does not want to fly, but eventually he does. And he has fun, and he loves it. But, once again, this is the story Nope, and it was by Drew Shineman. One of my favorites, and it's an easy read, Luke can read this on his own to me, is That's Me Loving You. Mother's Day is coming up. Anyone, I think this was a great for Mother's Day, but anyone, I mean, from sending your child to daycare or to school or off to parents, or even when they grow up and they leave home. You know, it's just such a great story. This is about reminding kids that no matter where you are, they're always going to be loved. So that shimmering star, that's me winking at you. And it's just picking things that you're going to see. The drifting cloud, that's me thinking of you. The beautiful rainbow, that's me dreaming of you. And that feeling you always have in your heart, that's me loving you. And so the book just goes on and mentions other things, and I think it's just great. And so this is, once again, That's Me Loving You by Amy Rosenthal. Life on Mars. This is one of Luke's absolute favorite books. We have read this book like 100 times, I know. And it's about this little astronaut who visits Mars and hopes to find life on Mars. And as he's going, he's deciding, you know what, maybe life can't live here. It's cold, it's rocky. I don't think I'm going to find anything. Out pops a monster. The little astronaut, you know, he never sees the monster as he's going through this book. And, you know, it's standing right behind him. He still doesn't see him. And then just when you think, he says, wait a minute, what's that? Just when you think he sees the monster, you turn the page and he's actually seeing a flower. So he doesn't see the monster, but he decides to take the flower home with him. And so he has given up hope. He even walks over the monster and doesn't even realize he's walking over the monster. So anyway, he goes to his spaceship, takes his flower, gets on it, thinks I deserve a treat, goes to eat it, and it's gone. So once again, this is Life on Mars, and this is one of Luke's favorites. Like I said, we've read it 100 times, so definitely check it out if you're looking for a cute, easy read. Last but certainly not least is What's the Big Deal About First Ladies. This is really neat with Women's History Month coming up. I like picking different, you can't possibly cover all the women in history who have done amazing things. However, I like to pick a few, and every year we cover different ones, or we'll repeat some depending on how in depth we want to go. And definitely with the addition of this book, which has just arrived a few days ago, and I've already been digging into it, I'm going to be picking out some of the presidents, the first ladies that we're going to be talking about. And this book is great because it talks about different ones. You've got Michelle Obama, Nancy Reagan, Nellie Taft. You've got so many, and it talks about what are their jobs, what do they do outside the White House, what the things that they teach us, how are they important. And, you know, Bess Truman, Louisa Adams, so it just covers everything. Edith Wilson. And this is just a really fun book that talks about the different women, the different first ladies, and you can see some here. This is definitely a plus for us. We love it. Once again, it's What's the Big Deal About the First Ladies. So if you're looking for a great book to add to Women's History Month, or even to talk about presidency, be sure and check this out. It's great. All right, so that is the last of our books that we have been digging into for the past week. If you like the video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. We would love if you stuck around, so be sure and hit that subscribe button because we would love to have you. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of the day.